Hi, today I want to talk about getting started, some good startup systems. So the first thing we talk about is setting good habits, goal setting, creating a daily startup system for yourself, how to set your daily and weekly big three items, your daily closeout system, and creating your ideal week. Kind of setting good habits will set you up so you can have a productive day and a productive week, and make sure that you're taking those big ideas and breaking them down into smaller chunks so that there's doable action items every day to move you forward. So when we're talking about goal setting, we kind of look at it in 90-day chunks. What is it that you want to achieve in the next 90 days? Is it closing out a specific job? Is it hitting specific sales numbers? Is it getting so many steps done towards a big goal? Think about, is this an achievement goal or a habit goal? Is it something that is an achievement goal, is once you've done it, it's completed? Or is it a habit goal, something that you're starting to try and do so that you're getting something done every day and it just falls into a habit? Why do you want to do it? What are 3 reasons that you're motivated to set these goals? Then think about what has to be true for them to happen and jot that down. Your reward, once it's done, if you achieve losing something weight, finishing a job, getting a certification, closing a sale, what's going to be your reward? And rewards don't have to be big. They can be little things. They can be, coffee or lunch or a massage or a new shirt or something small like that. So think about how you're going to celebrate once you achieve that reward. And then when you take your what has to be true for that to happen, let's think about what your next steps are. What are the first few action items you need to do? Michael Hyatt likes to say a goal is not necessarily about what you accomplish, but about what you become. So if we're looking at habit goals, where do we want to get from here to there? How are we going to make that happen? You will see this as part of our team a lot. We talk about what your big 3 are. What are the big 3 things you need to do today? What are the big 3 things you need to work on this week? The big 3 things are not necessarily regular action items that you do all the time, but what are 3 things you need to do to move yourself forward towards your goal? We used to meet every Monday. Right now we're meeting every Tuesday, but we like to meet as a team and share those big 3 so that we can have some accountability. We review what your big 3 were from last week. We talk about, are we ahead, behind, on pace, or done? And then we set new ones for this week. And the reason we do that is sometimes for all of us, it gives us more accountability towards ourselves if we have to come prepared. If you have to prep your big 3, it really makes you stop and think about, what am I going to work on this week and how am I going to get it done? And did I get done what I said I was going to last week? So one of the things that I do and that we talk about this is an admin team example, is your daily startup system. What are you going to do, no matter what you do, whatever your position in the team is, in the first 30 to 45 minutes that's going to set your day up for success? And I know a lot of times we want to just jump right into our day, but sometimes that's not the most effective way for us over the course of the entire day to be efficient. So things that I do, or I talk about with the admin people, are clean up your work area, check your voicemail, check your email and your snail mail, kind of see if there's any messages in there that you need to add to your to-do list. I go through and I update my planner. I update my planner with my new top 3, any other action items that are on my list, and I kind of break them out into what are the things that I really have to get done today, and what are the things that I need to be working on. A solid routine fosters a well-worn grooves for one's mental energies. You're not going to be as chaotic if you know that you have set aside time every day to kind of go through your list, identify what has to get done, what's burning, and then look at all the other things. So kind of how I do it is I do this brain dump, especially when I have a lot of things to work on. I sit with my book and I list out everything that I can think of that's cluttering my brain that I have to work on. And then I go through and I code them. A through D. A's have to get done today. So my top 3 are going to be in those A's. Sometimes all I do is code 3 A's, so that's definitely my top 3. B's it'd be okay if it gets worked on tomorrow. C's as long as it gets done this week, and D's as long as I don't forget about it. I have stuff on my list that I roll every week, and eventually it will be move up to a C, and then I'll move up to a B, and then I'll deal with it as an A day thing. And then I kind of take my letters and I rank them 1, 2, and 3. So if I got through all of my top 3 today, all my A's, then I would start working on my 1, 2, 3 B's. Then I would start working on my 1, 2, 3 C's, etc., all the way down. And then at the end of the day, I rewrite my list with the new things on them, but I don't code them yet. I wait until the next morning to code them because something might have changed overnight. What I thought was going to be some in my top 3 today might not actually be by the time I go through my messages and things tomorrow. And just like with the daily startup system, you take the last 15 minutes of your day to close out your day, to prep for tomorrow. Final check on my email, a final organizing my work area, final going through notes, checking in with the whole team. Is there something they need from me? Writing down any to-dos that have popped up that I can look at for tomorrow, any things that I need to be thinking about. Just kind of closing out my day in my planner, in however you're organizing, so when you come in tomorrow, you don't already come into chaos. And then creating your ideal week is really similar. So this is an exercise that we do where we take the week, we kind of block out days where we're going to work on things. So as an example, when I did mine a while back, I did Mondays were social media days. So I only worked on my social media stuff on Mondays. And so I didn't feel the stress the other days to have to work on it. Tuesdays I worked on blogs. Wednesday I did some education. Thursdays was the days where I caught all those balls, and then Fridays were sales and marketing days. So if you're a project manager, you could say, I'm going to meet with homeowners on Mondays. I'm gonna block out 12 to 2 every day in the office for my paperwork. Kind of taking that calendar and blocking out in an ideal week when you're going to deal with certain things. And then giving yourself permission to say no when people try to impose on those time frames. And that way you'll also make sure that you're blocking out time every week to get all of your most important items done. So these are just some tools to give you to think about how to set goals, how to set up your day, and get you started on the right foot. You're responsible for making it happen, though. You have lots of resources available to you. Please ask questions of the entire team, and then you can start making progress that you're getting better every day. Mother Teresa does the quote, yesterday is gone, tomorrow's not yet come, we only have today. So what are you going to do today to move forward on your goals and make progress on what you say you want to achieve? Because when you're making progress on your goals, we can all start to trust and delegate each other more. Trust is when you do what I expect you're going to do without me having to tell you, and getting the outcome I expect. And once there's trust, we can delegate to each other. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any more questions, comments, or concerns about how to set up your day, how to set up goals, how to move forward, how to delegate to yourself, how to rank your to-dos, just let me know. Thanks.